My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Cape Mount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Ses, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. My name is Alexander Cummings, and I love the Independent Minds for a Better Liberia. And I encourage you to listen on Kia Radio 95.9 FM to be informed, to be challenged, to be provoked, to think about Liberia in a new and different way.
And I get it. I invented it and I stuck it on instrument and it's stuck. It's stuck. Today did I get it still on Alice Kumi? It was something I invented. And the way I did it, and I get it. I invented it and I stuck it on Alice Kumi and it's stuck. It's stuck. Today did I get it still on Alice Kumi? It was something I invented. And the way I did it, I called somebody from Atlanta, where you were living. So I created a story and I called the person and I attached the person into it. The person is a big Liberian guy too. He said, yeah, my man, will tell you the truth. So I use that person as a reference. That information, so that's what we did for Joshua to get him to where he is. Shit. Man.
Thank you. This is the Independent Minds for Better Liberia. Tuzon, how are you there?
I'm good. We are good here.
Okay, please put a smile on your face because you're trying to tie your face like somebody can kill country dog. But those of you who are listening to us, I want to say welcome. And this is the Independent Mind as usual. The time is after 11:30 in Liberia, and we are just going 6:45 in America. And I also got with me a friend who will be coming out, Anthony Gay. He will be joining me later on, or maybe Lofa Julius will join me. And as usual, this show is for independent people. Some people say, oh, why independent mind? Independent minds. Yes, I am a LS Cummings supporter, and I owe no one an apology. But yes, I have an independent mind. I'm an independent thinker. I don't just follow because I want to follow. No. I follow based on my conviction that once I know Alex Cummings is the best guy, that is why. And there are a lot of good people out there. There are a lot of good people. We want the competition. We want people to come out. We should understand that's what Democrats, a multi-party. It's not two-party. Everybody has the right to run, but it's a privilege to serve. But I believe that using two political parties at the same time, and not the same time, over and over and over, and we're not moving, we are still in the same cycle. We're not going forward, we're not going backward. Yes, some people say we're in a gutter. No, we're in a place where, yes, we're doing good, we're doing bad, we're doing good, we're doing bad. But at the same time, Liberia rice. The rice price is what? $14. But when you go in the market, it's still $50 for a cup. It have not changed. When it was 17, it was still 50. It's 40, it's still 50. Nobody's saying anything. Country rice on the market is $25. Country rice, the Liberian rice is $25 for 25 kg bags. 25. Then how people will feel, but the government is not saying anything about it. Sierra Leone got a rice, $25. The company from Lofa County, the rice is not bad, but it's $25. The average Liberian man can never afford it. And also what I noticed, even the government officials are not eating, they're not even eating the $14 rice. They're not eating country rice. They're eating pusawa because they can afford it. That is why we're talking about independent minds. Because if you love your country, Liberia, you will love the people. And you will love the downtrodden masses, the people who are going through hell. You will make sure to get paid. That is why we talk about independent minds. When independent minds come together, a lot of things happen. That is what it means by independent mind. You can be in CDC, you have an independent mind. You can be in UP, you have an independent mind. Because you love your country, Liberia. Forget about me, whether I live in America or whatsoever. There are good people in Liberia. There are patriotic people in Liberia. The ordinary ones, not the ones that are in office, that they run from us, they don't want to talk to us. When you give them power, they don't want to talk to you anymore. That's not what I'm talking about. But we need to change it. We can't be eating the same soup over and over. We need to change it. We need to try other good Liberians. We need to try other good. That is why I say I support Mr. Cummings. Maybe you support another new person. Let the new people have the chance. Let the new people compete this time around. Let us not say, oh, I have the numbers. Yes, you can have the numbers, but you don't have the leaders. We sit and say, oh, we governmental experience. What have governmental experience done for Liberia? Can you want to tell me? No. They have done nothing. They have done nothing. Yes. So for those of you who watch us on Facebook, don't waste my time because people in Liberia listen to this station. This station, people listening, you hear people calling. So you in America right now, you're relaxing yourself. Today is Sunday. The guy people who still struggling to find food to eat. These are the people we're talking to. The guy people who finding their way home right now. The guy people who's trekking, walking, because they went out and hustled the whole day. At the same time, they listen to the radio station. So if you think because you're in America and nobody in Liberia at this time do anything, I think I have to put tools in the back because you have tools on close your ass. Okay, so this is the situation. Liberia is our home. We all love Liberia. I got a friend who always will come on my show. He said the people in Liberia sleep, but he is saying sleeping. They call him Sheikh Fire. He's not sleeping, but he expects the people in Liberia to be sleeping. Why he should be? This man go to bed sometimes 2 o'clock in the night. I see what other people in Liberia operating. But this is the independent minds again, as usual. I will open the phone lines for you to call me and for us to talk and give your suggestion. Do you think that we need to try another candidate come 2029? They got Mr. Cummings, they got Mr. Konglo, they got Musa Ability, they got new people. We need to try them. We need to collaborate. But I am saying, for what I know, Alex Cummings is the best. Alex Cummings has the platform. Alex Cummings has the agenda to move Liberia from point A to point B. I'm not saying this government is not doing, but this government is playing too much politics. The other past government been playing too much politics. We just got a yellow machine. And to our surprise, we see lawmakers wearing yellow clothes. So the day they bring the green machine for agriculture, they will be all in green. Lawmakers, the legislatures, they are not executive. They have work to do. They're supposed to be pushing laws. But instead, they went to the port and went straight to the president and said, thank you. I will not say thank you for yellow machine. Oh, yes, I want the yellow machine. I like it. I pray that they use it for the intended purpose. I pray to God that it will be used for what they brought it for. They will be used to open roads or to clean roads, to do the community roads, to spray all around the counties. We don't want to see people using it, misusing it, or abusing it. That is our money. That debt will be paid. After this government, we will still pay that debt. So nobody should tell me, I will not give no. Look, we elect you. We gave you positions to do the work. But why should I glorify you because you bring it beneath us? Liberia, for where we coming from, we should rejoice because you bring yellow machine. No. Other country, bring the yellow machine, do the work, let the people see the work, but not to go and parade because our people are illiterate and you show the yellow machine and make it look as if this yellow machine will take us somewhere. And let me welcome my friend Julius, Lofa Julius. I don't know when he was in the back there. Yes, he was in the back, but I don't know. Anthony was in the back. So the yellow machine. Oh yeah, we want yellow machine. We want yellow machine. But we will not stop there. We're not criticizing government. No, we're just telling you there are a lot of things that Mr. Cummings has on his plate. There are a lot of things that he can do that we can do it together. We need to try another face, and that face is Alexander Cummings. Oh, Mr. Kishan, you say independent minds. Are you independent? Yes. I'm of a party, but I'm an independent person. I think for myself. I don't nobody push me around. So you can be in CDC and still have an independent mind. You in UP, you still have an independent mind. If your party don't have the right people, don't just do it because you want to. That is why the people parading yellow machine in front of you, because they think you don't know. Oh, yellow machine. A lot of people think that they will pave the entire country. How long? You saw it before. When snake bites you, when you see water, you think that snake. Welcome to the show, Julius. How are you? How's everything with you today, man?
Hey, Mané, I'm doing pretty good. Happy Sunday, especially
Yes.
to Tuzan all the way in Liberia. Happy Monday to you. And, I often say it always a sacrifice, regardless of why you do it, but it's a sacrifice to be up this late or the earliest that Mané come on to do what you're doing. So I must be very appreciative to you for this level of contribution and sacrifice that is often made. So I just want to thank you and everyone else who contribute to, this podcast. The producing of this podcast is one part of it. We can do the talking. We can play the convincing role as much as we want to. But to be honest with you, the role that you guys play is a pivotal role to the existence of this entire platform. So I just want to use, once again, you hear me say this all the time. And I'm not saying it because I'm trying to butter you up, but I'm being very appreciative. Coming from me who have played similar role, I know what it feels like and how it is. So thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Julius, I got a tape here. I'm going to play this tape. I want you to listen to it.
Thank you.
Is this nonsense people going around talking about gay? But we got somebody, I don't even want to call his name. He sat there and just created his story and started to run with it because they felt that if they were going to win, maybe you're going to be the deputy minister of defense or even defense minister. At the end of the day, they push him aside. Then he gone to UP. So you see how they jump from party to party. Monkey jump from tree to tree. Now he gone to UP. He was so embarrassed. And then he put this tape. Although I did some lab, I make the tape look so nice. But he went and put this tape because you see, listen, the truth can't hide. No matter what happened in the dark will always come to light. That listen to the guy, and then you can wait in the Liberians. I want you to listen to him. This is one of the guys who start going around lying on an innocent man. And if you see this dude right now in America, you will not even believe it. You would think he crossed the road. You know what I'm saying? But when you lie on people at the end of the day, you are the problem. You would think he crossed the road. But you know what I'm talking about, eh? But these are the people who just sit and lie. Lie. Y'all listen
Politics
to me.
is a big game, man. Yes. And I get it. I invented it and I stuck it on Ernest Kumin, and it's stuck. It's stuck. Today did I get it still on Ernest Kumin? It was something I invented. And the way I did it, I called somebody from Atlanta, where you were living. So I created a story and I called the person and attached the person into it. The person is a big Liberian guy too. He said, yeah, my man, will tell you the truth. So I use that person as a reference. That information, so that's what we did for Joshua to get him to where he is. Shit. Man. Politics is a big game, man. Yeah, so I'm not confident that whole gating I invented it. Yeah. And how some people working right? Publish that story, the one about his wife and everything. Shit. That's
You hear that? He even went, he's confessing, even his wife and all, because there was a story that came to start. You know, one thing I noticed, Julia, when you and someone arguing and they can't beat you, the next thing that comes from them of that insult.
Yes.
The next thing is to bring us something that they think they can run with.
Right.
You see how news can have, how when you do bad, it come back. He was
Right.
so embarrassed. And the same guy came back. He wanted to go to ANC to support Mr. Cummings. But because he see a way clear, he jumped to UP. Last minute time, he jumped to UP. And this was the same guy who insulted Bwaga before. This was the same guy who insulted other people. He wanted to use the cause. Yeah? Wait. Let Librimpo hear it.
So, Manel, let me start off by just reminding you about something I said a couple of weeks ago. You remember when I said in Liberia politics, when people feel threatened, the political class, when they are threatened by someone, they would throw everything at you. You remember when I said that?
Yes.
And I said here that this year it would be even more because now that Mr. Cummings appears to be the only person right now that anybody can really look up to, technically, all right, because he brings the experience. Not only does he come with the experience, and when we speak of experience, not just theory, but the practical experience and understanding as to how to govern, and not only from the political standpoint, because he's been in the political arena for a little longer enough to understand the dynamics of things, but he brings along the private sector experience. So now they will feel challenged. Said this, that everything would have been thrown at Mr. Cummings and it will happen. Here it is tonight. I'm glad that you're playing this video of a man who purposely thought to himself, okay, I understand how gullible our society is, insulting the intelligence of the people. So he coined this narrative, like he lied. Let me not use these fancy words, coin and all that nonsense. He put together this big lie that he just admitted on this video, that he just came up with it. He called somebody in Atlanta where Mr. Cummings lived and said, damn, this guy is in the race. And he comes with everything to really challenge us. How can we put our people against him? Okay? Then they came out, okay, and say, you know what? Because our people are so culture sensitive, our people and the culture, they believe in this thing, if we just attach this stigma, this bad news to his name, our people would then just be hateful of him. Then it would just go to, they would not do their own investigation. They would run with it. Then we can just leave it alone now. Whether we cheat, we don't cheat, at this point, we have control of it. And he did it. You know, God is a miraculous working divine person. What God did was he let him get away with it because he is part of his creation. But he said to himself, let me not allow this man to go with the tarnishing of an innocent man's reputation. So God made him to admit to all of us today that we hear for ourselves, that he's even apologizing that, look, I lie on this innocent man. This man had nothing to do with it. I lied on him simply because I wanted some kind of opportunity with CDC. But it did not work with CDC. So I left, I went to UP. UP still did not see any value in me because I did not bring anything other than lies. And UP did not see no reason to subscribe to my message. CDC did not see any reason to also subscribe to it. So now I found myself in a position where I'm just left out. But I lied on an innocent man. And for those of you out there who are listening, for those of you who are, paroling the social media and other platforms, let me say this to you. You don't want to find yourselves in this position where you have to. Man, I really hope that every day as you come on this platform, play this every day. Play this, let our people be reminded that some devilish group of people will simply come here because they feel like the best thing to do is to tarnish other people's reputation. And if you will, Monet, I want you to get people's reaction to that video. Before we dive into our discussion, if you could probably at least take 10 calls, just get people's reaction to know the truth as to how one person can just sit and just lie on your friend and you feel very good about it. Play that audio and video again. Let the people listen to how he admit to lying on this man, and then let them react to it. But I can tell you that, again, I know Mr. Cummings, like you often say, all right, Mr. Cummings will be the first person to say, forgive him. Let him go. I'm not doing this because of him. I'm fighting for my people. Every time his people, even the people in his circle, when the people try to get upset, he will be the first person to say, my people, when I become president, I'm not going to become president just for you guys. I'm going to become president for all Liberians. What he said it. But let me be the president for all of you. Let him go. Let God judge him. You know, a man of that magnitude to have that heart. I can't be Mr. Cummings. I can never be Mr. Cummings to allow that to happen. But he always fighting for this person who threw him under the bus, tarnish his reputation. I can't do that. But you know what? Again, we are different people in different clothes. I can't be that guy.
That's the fact. That's the fact. You said it, and we'll continue to say it. We'll play every day. For those of you who are listening, and I will want you to listen to the tape again and tell me how you feel. I know you have people like this right in your community who just look at you and lie.
Yeah.
They just look at you because they see you looking good. They say you this. They see you looking good. Somebody gave you money. They see you driving good car. You eat your late dry rest. They put more behind you. That is the deceit. That is the problem we get in Liberia today. We backstabbing each other.
Yeah.
Because you're looking good. Somebody speak to you. They say, oh, that man get medicine. That man doing this. If Mr. Cummings want to sue this man right now, he got a big good case.
Yeah.
Because he admitting. And even they check the video that his own recording.
No, that is his recording with the entire video, the entire live podcast he had is available.
This is not yet. That is his own saying. Apologizing, begging. Now today, that's why you see UP just look at him and laugh because he's a liar. He gave false news. He gave false information. He this, he that. These are the kind of people we're talking about. So watch them in your community. So I will open it in 2 zone. Open the line.
Yeah.
Let us hear from the first 5 callers. And if you receive your data, please let me know you receive your data.
All right.
So if I feel like asking you a question, I will ask you a question. You get data that today. So go ahead.
Okay. So number to call, I'm 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 or better still 0881 871 670 are the numbers to call and be part of this platform. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 or better still 0881 871 670 are the number to call if you want to be part and parcel of the platform.
You know, man, while we wait for our callers to chime in, let me remind of Liberians who are following this podcast.
All right, let's go to line 1.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name. Welcome to the program. Your name calling from where?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Please walk away from your monitor, please. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I want to record it every time you guys do them on play.
Oh.
And so that day we know the whole details of it. Because that will be going to start it as of as on the start it as on river.
Okay.
Yes.
Our people have to give an attention in that they can only that gave me to our side there. Amen. Yeah, terrible. That I'm trying to get it. No, I get everything. You take care of that thing there. If I can carry it there. And this time of time, I'm on. People who need to care of people. You get it, that is.
Okay.
And I'm more than but I want that thing, man. You know, my number I gave it, but I like them, my baby.
What's the number?
I want you to take you.
Hello.
Yeah, what's the number? Yeah, but I think I got a list here, I got a screenshot. I send everybody money. Everybody, I got my screenshot on my phone. So I don't know.
But the man called yesterday again. He said he called on the other show.
Everything. I sent everything.
But you call on the man, nobody man calling it. The man know about it. You find something.
That's the number, the 721. I sent it. And I screenshot it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they must send a screenshot to the man.
All right.
And in fact, you must send me all the same screenshot too. Send me all the screenshots so I can see them.
Oh.
Because 2%, you told me you had 2% and stuff over there.
Yeah, that's one Lone Star number, and one orange number, and I did everything.
Oh God. Okay, please take the man number. We'll try to send something for him. Take his number.
Oh, let me take it right.
Yeah, please. That's the guy from where? District 14?
Yeah. District 14, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you gave your number that day because I sent everything for them to give everybody. It was only 2% remaining. Okay. But anyway, you will take your number and
all right. Thank you.
Okay.
Money, I need that guy number too. I tried calling one other number today and it just rang. And because when I listened to the show, I thought that was his number. I need to verify his number. That's the guy from, is that the guy from Nuku Town?
Yeah. No, that's not him. That guy from 14. That guy from District 14 from River G area there.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that the guy from Nuku Town that I tried calling.
Yeah, it just ring. Nobody's picking up.
Yeah, if you watching the show and you listening to us, and if you're in that place where you called the other day and Julius want to talk to you, please call the station again so we can get your information.
Please.
Okay, so the guy said that we should play this tape all the time because and the good thing is that this tape will be played on the station there in Grand G there, so they will know because my man, that's where the old people and these guys play on people's mind. And look, don't forget, Mr. Cummings, like you said, it can never be me. Nobody can call me gay and you go easy, you go free. No way. Especially evidence like this. By this time, I drag you in court already. And everything you work for that while will make sure I take from you. Oh, yeah.
And I will not listen to no Liberian person who can say, oh, we are all one people because you already tarnished my reputation. I'm not able to go back. You see, now what people are asking Mr. Cummings to do is to go to every village or town to justify a pure lie.
Yeah.
Okay?
Why?
Now, why should he have to go through all of that when this is a pure lie? This person is openly admitting. Now that somebody forced him into it, though, after he did it with the expectation that he will be rewarded. I will get something in return. And he did not get the job he wanted. Both instances. now with CDC, now with UP, because God doesn't sleep. Now he came out now to say, you know what? Let me admit that what I did to this man is bad. And by the way, I'm hearing that, and I pray for God healing upon him. I heard that he's seriously ill.
Sick. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I heard that he's seriously ill up until today's day, seriously ill. And he's struggling with that. So now, you see what happened? God doesn't sleep. All of you who find yourself to be part of this idea of tarnishing people's reputation, and you think that it's politics, that is not how politics work. Okay? That is not how politics is. You don't simply sit there and tarnish other people's reputation and pretend that that is politics. Those who came up with the idea of politics, even Jesus Christ, that some of you worship, some of us, we are not overly religious like you, but Jesus Christ was political to the sense that he understood the boundary.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, when we asked about tax, and I don't know, I think it was tax or something like that, he did not say to whoever posed the question, don't pay tax or don't pay your taxes or whatever. He said,
What
give
belongs
unto
to Caesar.
Caesar. Thank you. Give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give unto God. Jesus could have been politically charged and negative in a way to say, I want to appear to be supreme over those who are governing the state. So I'm going to say to you, don't do that.
Yeah.
Who are they for you to actually, you should pay your offering to me first before you think about it. But he said, no, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give unto God. So when you talk about politics is now how dirty we can be. Politics is the ability to think in an innovative manner. When we talk about innovation, you sit and observe your community. You sit and observe your society. You sit and observe the county. You identify key issues, like Mr. Cummings in his deliberation, when he said, these are things that we need to identify, or these are things that we need to address. He already identified where he find our problem. He did his own evaluation of himself and said, where is my strength? And how can I apply my understanding of governance or true leadership? So now he's simply coming to you and saying to you, look, I've had experience working in corporate America. I worked there for several years. I know how to do this thing. I'm volunteering my service. Volunteer means he don't want money because he said it. I'm not using Mr. Cummings' words. I'm telling you what he said. Manet, you have the audio. I listened to you play it again earlier today. Mr. Cummings said, I want to work free of charge. It is illegal for me to work free of charge, but the money that you're supposed to... Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
We are good. Your name calling from where? Welcome to the program.
Yeah, I'm from Brownfield. I receive my money.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I really appreciate it. And some of the distance and you know, but this I really trust. And I want to really engage. I don't know how to engage now in definitely. I want to start to be, you know, because the other time some other days will find it not going to be, you know, possible. But we will see. I'm confident now. I can speak to you. So anything you want for us, that you can be the committee, I want to engage.
Okay.
All right. Good.
No, Mother, let me get his number right away. Let me get the number.
Hold him on.
Susan, I want the brother number. Let me read it out. Let me write it down.
Yeah, 0. Ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Go. Yes. Yeah. 6 07 0770658065.
And what's your name? What's your name?
What's your name? Yeah, GBONWOE. Okay, ANWOE. All right.
Okay. I will Charles, I will give you a call right after the show tonight. I will call you. But this morning I'm in. I will call you.
All right.
Thank you, Charles.
Okay, continue, Julian.
Okay, and let me just speak to this again. Mr. Cummings, if you you have some time, I would appreciate if you can play this part of the recording where Mr. Cummings said, I don't want your money. I don't the money that you're gonna pay me, I will not take it. That money, I want to use it to fight corruption. Now, this is why I feel like I should highlight this part of it, right? I said this to an ANC member. I said, that comment Mr. Cummings made, the political class will fight him. He will regret. He will regret why he ever made a comment. He said, Mr. Cummings said, I don't want the money. I will use it to fight corruption. Hey, yeah. Why did you make that mistake, Mr. Cummings? To tell the people, that you don't want the money. They know you're already rich, so they don't care about that. Maybe you should have said, I will use the money to give to poor people. Then they will probably have had a little bit of leeway for you. But you told them, I will use it to fight corruption. So they know, of course, you don't want that money. That money is definitely going to go in the budget to fight corruption. Hey, man, do you really think the corrupt politicians will sit down for you, Mr. Cummings, to be? That's why you see they will pay these young boys and girls to call and make all of these false allegations. They will attack you. Mr. Cummings will never become president. He would. That is because they themselves, they are afraid. If you come out, Mr. Cummings, you openly admit it. You tell the people, pay me or pay me not. The money that you will give me, if I'm supposed to make $2,000 every month, that money will go towards the fight against corruption. So, out of the strategy that have been used, putting money in the budget to claim that it's supposed to go against the fight against corruption, Mr. Cummings saying, you're not paying me. At this point, I'm looking to leave behind legacy so that my kids can live in that legacy. Can you believe that? And you really think Mr. Cummings will have this easy? You, the young people on ground, must actually fight. If you sincerely want the fight against corruption, if you want job creation, if you want to make sure that the hospitals and other places are actually renovated, these are the kind of things you must look at. The regular politics have not worked for you. The regular politicians will often push themselves. They will sell their kids. They will send their kids abroad to go and obtain the best of education. You, the people, will stay right in Liberia and have to seek admission at the University of Liberia. The University of Liberia that is in a deplorable condition. You listen to Mr. Cummings, when he laid out his pillow, he did not just tell you, I will make sure that we get a job. He told you how the job will be created. The how, the why, and all of these things. Mr. Cummings spoke to it. So now my question to all Liberians is, why are we so into the idea of buying into regrets? You will do something today. 2 days later, you regret. And we knew we would not have done it. I remember all of us were right on here when we said George Weah was the worst thing to ever happen to Liberia. And I listened to that to some Liberian who I got a vent in the social media and say, damn, George Weah was far better off than President Boakai. I remember when Madam Salif came into power. All of you celebrated that Oma is here. When she left, you complained about her absence and you celebrated George Weah. Why are we always doing these things? Why it is true that human, we will not be satisfied with everything, but let's try to balance the equation a little bit. Right now, we don't have time to wait for anybody who will come and guess. The issue of guessing, the guessing game is over. We are not ready to guess anymore. The longer we wait, every day is an addition to our ages. So at this point, we are eager to move forward. Our desperation right now, like people would say, Kami is desperate for the presidency. I'm so desperate for transformation in Liberia. Transformation in Liberia will provide quality education for my people. Transformation in Liberia will provide quality healthcare for my people. Transformation in Liberia will provide quality education. So why should I wait and pretend? It's almost like you want a woman, Monet. You want a woman and you always just, you see her, you look at her, and you pass. You're
laughing. You're not even making
a woman, you see her, you pass. You're laughing about this. Instead of you going to this woman and make your intention, make her to know what you want. All right? You keep walking. And then some guy come around, he actually is honest enough to tell this woman, look, I like you. And the woman say, you know what, I'm single. Okay, I'm not going to be sitting around here. I'm getting older. And then all of a sudden, this woman get forced in love with this guy. Then you're sitting out there getting upset. You're getting angry with this man. That's the situation with Liberia. We keep sitting around here pretending as though we don't understand that we are going far behind. 100 and some more years of existence. We are behind Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria. But every time we talk about how we want transformation, we are delaying ourselves, and it is at our own detriment, but most importantly, at the detriment of the young people. So what we need to do now is we must take the mantle of authority in our hands. We must start reaching from door to door. Nobody needs to wait for Mr. Cummings to come to your community. Let the people in the community see reason to advocate for themselves. How many times did you not sit out here and some of our brothers and sisters lie to you that they were advocating for you? Only to come back, they changed their lies, they changed their tongues, they changed their voice. It became something else. You, the people, must take on the mantle of authority for yourselves. You must do what is in the best interest of you and your kids. Don't wait for no hero. Mane is not your hero. Lofa is not your hero. Nobody on here is your hero, because let me tell you, my interest for which I'm on here tonight or this morning is to make sure that opportunity is provided for you. I don't know what you want. Maybe some of you want job opportunity in government. For some people, they just want opportunity created in the private sector so that they can have jobs, so that their kids can have jobs. All of these things, we all have different interests. But one thing I can assure you, like I often say to you, those who will come out here and try to propel this whole nonsense about, oh, the man does not have government experience, those are the people who are trying to play this bad decision of politicking. That's not politics. They have not identified Liberia's problem. That's why they use this political jargon, the big words. The educated people, they always fool us with the big words because they know we're not understanding. They will use these big words and then they go and sit at the Capitol and laugh at us. Oh, the people don't understand it. They go and sit together to eat. They drink together. But we need a leader who will stand firm. A leader who will say, I don't care about the political class. What I care about is the women in Tucson, the women in Lofa County, the people on Broad Street, the young men and women who needs opportunity. All right, we need to provide that opportunity to bring them back into the society. Those are our future leaders. If we don't do these things, we would definitely not move like before. And that is the reason why the political class, as I refer to them as politicians, they will fight Mr. Cummings every way. But Mr. Cummings alone cannot do this. He needs you. He needs everybody who sincerely believes in transformation. Finally, before I let you come in, so you mentioned something about somebody saying this is an independent platform. I think everybody, there should be a specific person agenda that is pushed. If you think, as an independent thinker, I'm supposed to sit here and not propel or push the idea of the candidate that I sincerely believe can transform Liberia because I want to be independent in my thought, you got to be thinking, you got to be out of your mind. I am independent in my thoughts. So what I'm doing here is to tell you, as independent as I am, currently, who I think is fit to move Liberia forward, to push our country ahead of where she's at. So for that reason, I will make the case for Mr. Alexander Cummings. Until you can bring forward another candidate who can convince me, then maybe I will sit and compare both candidates and say, you know what? I was at one point in time pushing the case for Mr. Cummings, but now this person can maybe Clarence Moneyback, a young man who has shown to be well involved and he's doing certain things, you know, and I don't see Mr. Cummings doing this. So maybe Clarence Moneyback, but for now, I'm telling you that Mr. Cummings, convince me as to why anybody else should be considered other than the current political class, those who consider themselves the landlords of the land for which they should not consider anybody else. Those are the people that I'm fighting, and I will fight them with everything in me until our mothers who are in the market have access to safe and clean drinking water, until our brothers and sisters who are going to school have access to quality education, until our nurses and doctors are considered a part of the society. They are given quality care as well. They are paid good, our police officers must also be given that equal care. Until we can see those things happening in Liberia, I will fight the political class with everything I have, and I will definitely make the case for Mr. Alexander Cummings, because he's the only person who's telling me how, when, and why he can definitely get it done. Monet.
Thank you, man. You said it all. And let me just say, for those of you who are listening, and when you, as you bring the question I will ask, this lady said, Sis Kanga, she said, how will a calm rich man make his school very heartless, expensive for Liberians?
Claim. Okay, how would a claim?
Yes, they claim rich. He claimed he claimed that he rich, and she used that word heartless. So right there, I know that one, she's not an Ellis Cummings supporter. But let me say this. They say if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. But the fact is that the Ellis Cummings School, let me give you a little bit of history. That school is supposed to be a private public school. The government of Liberia agreed to pay 50%, to spend 50% on that school, along with Coca-Cola and other people. They did it for only 1 year, and because Coca-Cola, because of the work of Mr. Cummings, Chevron and Coca-Cola decided to call the name, to add Ellis Cummings' name to it. So Ellis Cummings himself now got no, he just have to go ahead and spend. So he sponsored the school. The other day he put in $100,000 in the school. He have never benefited 5 cents from that school. And now one day the teachers in that school complain. How much do you think the school fees in that school? Go and do your due diligence. Don't just say the school is expensive, because even Thomas Fala's school is very, very expensive. And I even have my niece that went to the Turkish school that paid almost $10,000 a year. Ellis Cummings School is less than $1,000. I think it was $600. But they got the best facilities. They have everything. Now, one day, they never put one student out. But before then, Mr. Cummings' family contribute $25,000 every year to that school. We just speak because we want to. That's the same hatred we're talking about. Go to Thomas Fala Academy. Go to the other place there, one of the representatives. Check all the representative school. Check that Sony school. Check all the schools around you and see. The ones that are free, the children don't go to school either. So you don't have kids in the school. None of you people have kids in the school. None of you people went around. And Mr. Cummings don't brag about it. He don't go around telling people, oh, I got schools, because he's not benefiting from it. He don't need anything for that. He spent his money. Just last year, they had to put in $100,000 into that school to keep it going, because the government of Liberia refused to play their part. They refuse, man. So please, I want you to do due diligence. Go to the school and find out for yourself. It will be good. We shouldn't spoil our countries. It's the same things we're talking about, lies. Maybe you are very influential lady. Now you're putting information up here because Mr. Cummings is a rich man. Mr. Cummings is rich, but the money not for me. Mr. Cummings is rich, and that's my business.
But man, let me say this.
Liberian. Come in, Julius.
Man, let me say this, right? I like the fact that she said, how would a claim and in capital letter, rich man, all right, made his school very heartlessly expensive. Great. I like the fact that she made emphasis on the price. What that tells me is this is a person who is learned. You notice that her write-up, okay, her sentences are just in order. The words are accurately spelled, but she does not value education for other people. For her, she believed that education should be only about she and her family. All right? She may have obtained quality education, obviously, as you can tell from the write-up. All right? Everything is written correctly. But for those of us who don't have it, or we cannot afford, like the young Mary in Brushore Island, or the young girl who probably is a single mother but want her child to go to school, but want quality education for that child, will appreciate anything that is done for that child to obtain quality education, because she understands that when that child becomes the next doctor or lawyer, from the quality education obtained, that child will look back at her. In the Western world, Monet, you and I agree that the foundation is built from early childhood, but people have the decision. It is at their discretion. If you want your child to go to a private school, you know that when they go there, there will be some kind of, there are requirements that must be met. You will pay extra money. And Mr. Thomas said to himself, because of the value of education, I'm going to provide quality education to my people. But at the same time, I'm not going to ignore the teachers. I'm not going to ignore the custodians, the people that clean the bathroom and all the, those people need to be paid, and they must be paid healthy. Okay. So that they can see reason to always come to work, so that my school would not end up like the University of Liberia, where the young people are protesting every day. Now, somebody else come out here and tell me Mr. Cummings is being heartless. Now, that away from that part, why it is true that students are being required, it is required or expected of them, whether they are paying $2,000 a month. Mr. Cummings then out of his own pocket, all right, shorter 50% of that. Then you still have a problem with it. You say, oh no, Mr. Cummings should make the school free. Then you're not asking yourself, how much can I contribute to Mr. Cummings' effort so that this school in itself can hopefully be successful? What you want Mr. Cummings to do, coming from a business mind, Mr. Cummings will not put himself in that predicament. Mr. Cummings will not say, yes, let me just provide free education for all Liberians, understanding that to some extent, no matter how much money you have, if you just keep taking out of it, at some point it will go dry. And because he don't want to be like the rest of your politicians who will steal, he said to himself, understanding business, I must make it much more of a rotating effort. The money that they will give, whatever low contribution, I meet them halfway so that we can pay the teachers, and I will not have to go and be as corrupt as other people. But because he values education, Mr. Cummings could come to Liberia and start something else and not even invest in education or healthcare. Mr. Cummings could invest in something else, but he thought education would put the young generation on the right path. Because when you are educated, you can make your way anywhere, whether in Liberia or outside of Liberia. The person who typed that, I can bet you that lady is not in Liberia. She's not in Liberia, but guess what? She's asking for the worst for Liberian children. Amen. The same thing Obed did. Obed lied. He lied, and today he's begging for forgiveness. You have the audio. You can play that. He's begging for forgiveness. I lied on this man. I claimed that he was this, he was that. But I'm out here begging you all to please forgive me. I lied on Mr. Cummings. I called him this, and it went all around Liberia. I've made a Monet, I'm going to stop. I want you to play that audio for me again. Play that audio one more time. Let the people hear it.
Before we play, let bring Anthony. Anthony, I know you are work. You're trying to take the people time. That why you not show your face. But go ahead, Anthony.
Let me respond to that lady first and foremost, and thank you, Lofa, for laying it out. So, Reverend Tapper, who is the chairman of the Unity Party, has the most expensive private school in Liberia. Let me say that one more time. Reverend Tapper, the current Unity Party chairman, has the most expensive private school in Liberia as per tuition goes. All right. So, Madam, you made this comment towards Mr. Cummings out of hatred. If you do not know, no Liberian, including George Weah, has done more for Liberia compared to Alexander Benedict Cummings. Things that you can go and verify, long listing of things, including the generator that is powering BWI campus today, including the graduate program at AMU University, including the Islamic University generator. The list goes on. A long list that was handed over to Julia Jell the other day, could not even finish reading those things. Over 22 projects were done in 6 different counties by the Cummings Africa Foundation. Look, if you don't know something, that's fine, but do not hate this man. He just one human being. Now, United Nations that came to Liberia, the food and money that UN spent to Liberia, there are countries, including the United States, is a higher donor to United Nations, the United States. And many countries contribute to United Nations for United Nations to spend the money. Imagine your United Nations can't get money free. Why should coming money be free? If UN Unmill that came to Liberia, the money that Unmill spent in Liberia was not free money. It was countries' contribution to Unmill to sponsor Liberia. Let alone one private citizen, Alice Zama Benedict Cummings. He cannot take his retirement money and sponsor the entire. Even you that here, when you cook, you don't share food to all of the people in your community. The people that live in your community, Oma, when you cook, you don't share food to every one of them. Not every family member you have that you can give money to. Your own family tree. That's some people there, you get some. That's some people that you don't.
Yeah.
This is just common sense. So to just hate a man and make such a public statement, it's not fair. Mr. Cummings' school is not the expensive school in Liberia. However, it's the best high school, first of its kind in the
First of its
entire
kind.
country.
Yep.
We do not have that
First.
kind of school in Liberia. It has never been in Liberia. The Macho Laja that was a sample school. It was in Vonjama. It was in Zwaju. They have STEM program, but not as sophisticated as this one, because this one, the children have access to computer. Those students did not have access to. They didn't have access to computer number day, and they are learning at the highest level. In that school, ordinary Liberians who are not even government employee, that's children are going to that school. Regular people, children in that school, not rich people, children in school. Go to Dupo Road. The school is there. The Alex Cummings school in Dupo Road. You go there, you'll find our school. So the thing here is, when we come to this conversation, we got to be honest. Hating a person will not solve the problem. Mr. Cummings did not commit any crime, have not stolen anything from the Liberian government. He had not committed a crime. His kind gesture should not be seen as a bad thing. If you don't like him, fine. We respect your decision for not liking him. But to say he is heartless, I know you go to church, and tomorrow or today you may have gone to church and eaten communion today, but first Sunday. So I hope that you find somewhere in your heart and retract that statement so God can forgive you. Repentance is still yours. But we're not mad at you. We know you spoke out of sentiment. That's fine. But the truth of the matter is, the Cummings STEM school in Liberia, it is not the most expensive private school, but it is the first of its kind in our nation. And we think we need more of that across all 15 counties in Liberia.
Yes, and let me just clear her record, her doubt again. She said you saw Mr. Cummings giving any document to the government. Ma'am, you don't even know how the school was built. This school was built by Coca-Cola and Chevron, but it was a private, public joint venture. The first time they built it, the government put in money. The first year, when we look, nothing will come here again. Coca-Cola continued. They say, well, it's up to the government now. They're not putting nothing in. But the people who built the schools, government didn't spend anything to build a school. All the people did was, we want you to join us to make sure the school continue. We'll help, we'll reach you this, we'll meet you this way and that way. So the government is aware of this school. The document is not with Mr. Cummings. But because government refused to make their payment, and the name Alex Cummings is on there, so the burden was on Alex Cummings. And what Cummings used to do, Cummings every year, he used to contribute, his family, his foundation will contribute $25,000 to the school to help with scholarship. They're not just giving anybody scholarship. That school, no ANC man can just go and say, oh, I support the ANC. No. It's a school, you got to make the grades. Last year, things were tough. The Cummings Foundation contributed $100,000 to Claire to make things good. Now, one day you see a teacher to say, oh, we didn't pay yet, we didn't do this. The students, in fact, the school went to Ghana The student went to Ghana and took first place. Oh, yes. You listen to the valedictorian, the boy who spoke. It was 2 years ago to the graduation when our labor open your mouth. Man, education, if you think it's expensive, go try ignorance. Anthony just said it. Tapper School is the most expensive school in Liberia. It's the most expensive school. The chairman of UP, his school. So we're not going to dive into this. You do your own job and whatsoever. But
so let me just correct something here. That is not that's not a lady. He's using a lady picture. That's a male who account as Conga guy or Gayu, whatever. But that's a male account. Just to kind of get that. So let's start addressing him as sir, because it's not a woman. It's not a woman's account. So you're going for. I just wanted to.
Yeah, thanks for the correction. We are very sorry.
My very self reference. My very self referred to him as Madame until I kind of looked into it. That's a male's account. But here's my thing, right? And I want us to. I'm gonna say this again. I expect this to happen every time. I expect, and I'm glad that we are actually responding to her, so other people who have similar concern or questions will have the questions answered. I don't think, for me personally, and I could be wrong, Anthony, I don't think what the reason why she made that statement is out of hate. I think it's much more out of ignorance to what is really unfolding. Or I keep saying she because I started saying she, but why he made that statement, it was out of ignorance. Now, when I say ignorant, not to be disrespectful, but we all can be ignorant to certain things, all right? May be ignorant to the process to starting a business in Liberia. I will reach out to Manet or somebody who may have already started a business in Liberia. That does not make me dumb. It only makes me ignorant to the process if I'm ignorant to that process. And I think this is where the brother find himself in that bracket where he's ignorant to what is really unfolding, because he's now a victim of the propaganda, just like other people were victim to what the young man who lied on Mr. Cummings and then came back to apologize. She also is a victim. So I think it's upon us to educate him to understand that, hey, guess what? What you think is happening is really not what happening. I think you should invest a little bit of time.
Look at his last post. Look at his one of the posts. He said about without good laboratory, running water, and gymnasium. So he went to the school before.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
He's just making up his own story. They got one of the best lab. Go and check that and see.
See, now you see what I'm saying? And again, that speaks to what I just highlighted, the ignorance. May not have been on campus, have not interacted with any of the students, but in his mind, because Liberia is described to have this situation of poor running water, electrical system. So in his mind, you cannot, by any means, shape, or form, have a facility or a functioning institution that have all of those things today. You see why it will become difficult? It brings us back to what I said earlier. This fight for an elected Alexander Cummings is not going to be easy. Don't think that you, Manet, is going to be easy for you, because they will throw everything at you. All the lies from under the ocean, it will be thrown at you. But we must exercise that level of patience. We must exercise that resilience to educate some of these people as to why it is important that they listen and understand that this is not about an individual. It is about the transformation of a nation. This is not about Mr. Cummings, because even if Mr. Cummings is not elected, all right, Mr. Cummings will still retire and enjoy his retirement money. But guess who become victim? The poor Liberian whom we are actually talking about or talking to today. Those young men and women who would stand in front of cameras and say, I can do this for $20. I can do that. And some of the things I'm not going to say here because they are so denigrating. I wish this brother would see reason, if he had a daughter, to put her in that position and say to himself, how comfortable would I feel if my daughter was doing such a thing? The society we want is a society that provides opportunity for everybody. Will we ever have a society where everyone become rich at the same time? You got to be dreaming. Go kill yourself and come back. You would never have it. But what we can do is create that enabling environment where everybody have access, equal opportunity, and then you can either use yours or don't. And that's why Mr. Cummings often say, this is a big bowl. I'm going to create this bowl where everyone will have access to it. Now, based on your desire, based on the strength, the commitment to be a part of that bowl and eat, that's how you will either get bigger portion or smaller portion, but you will not cheat your way through. And those are some of the things that the political class would not want to hear. He keeps saying these things, he keeps being honest about it in their faces, and they don't like that, because if you create that system where it will be based on merits, that means a lot of them will be left out. And so for that reason, they will fight Mr. Cummings every day and night with every lies they have, including telling you that the people don't like Mr. Cummings. They have not seen him. Mr. Cummings did not build a mansion where he was born, so he's not worthy to serve. Even though Madame Shalif didn't build a mansion, even though President Boykai didn't build no mansion, even though President George Weah didn't do the same, but they will want Mr. Cummings to do it because that is what makes them to feel comfortable.
Yep. And also, ladies and gentlemen, when you're watching and listening to us tomorrow on this same channel, 7 to 9 o'clock in the evening, there's a new program called the LIB Future TV. So Mr. Cummings will be on this channel tomorrow, 7 p.m. to 9 o'clock. And I think your host will be Michael Padmo and Sidiki Kroma. So please, if you listen to me, prepare all your questions, all your callings. Call the Care Radio station tomorrow about 7 o'clock. It's a new program that will be aired on Care Radio 5 days a week, 7 to 9 o'clock. And on Friday will be 11 o'clock. I think Tuesday, maybe you don't want to be hosting that last part of it. So you're not a small ball Tuesday. So, and I see my Bassa brother and Catherine Gibson try to give you a little bit of things. She asks you, do you know you check the price up before going there? You don't even know. So these are some of the things that you got to know before you start speaking. You don't go to the school, you know the price of the school. You just jump up because you hate Ellis Cummings. But anyway, we love you. No matter what happens, we love you. Yeah. But I will play this. I want you to listen. I've not seen no politician in Liberia who said this is my agenda. This is how we do it. This is what we want, and this is how we will do it. Listen to it, then you will know who's the guy is. And let's go. But before that, you're listening to the guy who been going around with social lies.
Because we have to talk. We not even want for we have to come to the market. And I get it. I invented it and I stuck it on Ellis Cummings, and it's stuck. It's stuck. Today did I get it still on Ellis Cummings? It was something I invented. And the way I did it, I called somebody from Atlanta, where you were living. So I created a story, and I called the person and attached the person into it. The person is a big Liberian guy too. He said, yeah, my man, I will tell you the truth. So I use that person as a reference. That information, so that's what we did for George Weah to get him to where he is. Shit, man. Politics is a big game, man. Yeah, so I'm not confident that whole gate thing I invented it. Yeah.
I ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not fear ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we are focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our 5th priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is, first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So, for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after this thing called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country. Is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. So those are the things we will do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting
do me a favor. Can you
full
tap it over
value.
here? I want us to talk about this part a little bit, please. That part right there. That part where Mr. Cummings said.
But you spoke on that part earlier.
Yeah,
but the
I
one you want for the photo,
I
yeah.
did, and I want to highlight this part for a reason. And I know a lot of you would disagree with me here. All right, here's my part. The reason why Mr. Cummings in Liberia is finding it very difficult is that particular part that he mentioned. He will fight corruption. This man is even willing. This man is even willing to give his salary. He said, "I don't want the salary. Take the salary and let it go towards the fight against corruption." Do you think people in Liberia today, like the Alex Tyler and other people, will sit down and Mr. Cummings come and go after? This is where I see the biggest problem. Okay, yeah. and like I said, you would disagree with me. Those people will fight Mr. Cummings with everything, unless the people themselves who sincerely want good governance. And I'm glad that he's not playing to the cards of the politicians. He's been a politician who have identified, like I said earlier, at the genesis of this conversation, a politician is one who identified the problem and then craft solution and understands how to apply the solution to that problem. Mr. Cummings being that politician now understand from a business background how he can actually address this. But the politicians in Liberia, the ones who find this as a perfect opportunity to enrich themselves. Look, I can tell you, they will send people like Kanga to fight people who dare attempt to say they are on Mr. Cummings' side or they support Mr. Cummings for a better Liberia. They will throw every worst at those. Matter of fact, like I would not be surprised what the likes of Riverside Pro and even my brother over here will also be referred to as gay. Don't be surprised. Frankly, Mr. Wisse, as inclined as you are, as very eloquent and educated as you are, don't be surprised. At some point in time, folks will start to refer to you as being gay because they want to set that deterrence. Because they don't want you to support something that is good and that will work for Liberia. And this is why I think Mr. Cummings will always face difficulties, because he's already telling them up front something that most of them don't talk about or they promise and don't live up to. But he's up front telling them, if you elect me, I will prosecute you. You will go to jail. You ready to? I myself here. If I was a thief, I will go support somebody who told me I will go to jail. You're joking. Let's get to the talk anyway.
I showed some people. I showed some posts that wouldn't hear Mr. Cummings say, you know, because I don't trust everybody. They say, they papi serious.
Right.
Go ahead, Tony.
We have heard many people saying Mr. Cummings doesn't have a plan. He doesn't have a plan. He doesn't have a plan. In less than 5 minutes in that video, he saw how he outlined the first and foremost thing a nation needs is reliable source of power. You cannot joke about power. And now one day LEC on today and tomorrow LEC is not on. LEC on tomorrow, day after tomorrow LEC is not on. No. Electricity is the source of development. Yep. You must have electricity. There's no entity that can function in the absence of electricity. Another thing that Mr. Cummings struck in prioritizing electricity is about the broadband connectivity across the length and breadth of Liberia.
Yeah.
You want to create jobs? You want to give internet access to the people. The internet is the global village that brings everyone together in one space. And when people don't have access to the internet, the cheapest internet on the continent of Africa is in Ethiopia, where you can get $10 or $15,
$10 a month,
year,
$100
right?
a whole year.
No, a month, right? And then a year around $120, right? So again, Liberia have the most expensive internet package on the continent of Africa. The most expensive internet package. Here is a political leader who is advocating that the length and breadth of Liberia should have internet access. That means if you have your laptop and have an internet, and in a village part of Liberia where there is an access to internet, you can have a job. You don't have to come to the city. You can work from home. You can be a data entry person. You can be a clerk, a customer service representative, and so many other jobs that you can get on it. You can even be a content creator and make money. Mr. Cummings spoke about the music industry. How many politicians you heard talking about the music industry in Liberia? That we need to use music in our culture and arts to promote these things. Things that people overlook in the country, right? Another thing Mr. Cummings talked about is agriculture. We need to feed ourselves. Liberia possesses up to 46% of the rainforest in the entire West Africa. But yet, we cannot feed ourselves. If rice is our staple food, rice needs two things to grow: sunlight and water. Do we have both? Yes. The sun shines in Liberia very well. The rain falls in Liberia very well. Then why are we not able to feed ourselves? That's the question you need to ask yourself, right? We possess up to 46% of the rainforest in the entire West Africa. That's huge, but we cannot feed ourselves. And so he told you, give you a timeline. In your first term, which is a 6 years period, we will be food sufficient. It's not a bogus activities, right? Something feasible, something measurable and feasible. He's not talking out of his head. He's giving you, specificity as to how things will be done, what needs to be done, and how it needs to be done. We need the money. We need to find the money and do the job, not just talking. Places you can get the money from, West in government. There is something currently today that started on WIA and exploded on President Bwaka, is that quote-unquote legislative project money. It was then 30,000. Today is 100,000 United States dollar for each representative and 150,000 for each senator. That money is a total of 11.8 million United States dollar. Bwaka, every year the national budget is signed, that money goes to our lawmaker. This is not their salary. This is just money for them to go to the constituent or say legislative projects. Legislature function is now one of those things, right? So we got to cut these things. These things that are waste in government. The vehicle, every 3 years, they get $45,000 for another new vehicle. These things are, and then think about somebody generator makes more money than a medical doctor. Somebody.
Okay, Anthony will soon be running out of time, so we got to
more
give
money than the person who is performing surgery, who is saving lives.
Okay, Anthony, let's get Will.
Does it
Will
make any sense?
Anthony.
So these are things that people need to understand. If you have questions about Mr. Cummings, post your question. We'll answer your question. Is Mr. Cummings the saint? No, he's not a saint. He's not a perfect human being. But why is he the best person for Liberia? Number one,
Anthony, can you hear me?
Liberia. That's his area of expertise. Everybody got an area, got to see in Liberia, right? The economy is his area.
Yeah.
Job creation is his area.
Anthony, can you hear me?
Will everybody work in government? Absolutely not. If government,
how can everybody hear me? Anthony, can you hear me?
65 to 70,000 people in Liberia, right? You still have over 4 to 5
Will,
million.
can you hear me? Why you not hearing me, my man? You can hear me?
When they're talking to me, I can hear you.
But why you not hear me?
I
Anthony,
can't hear you. I can't hear you.
No, but
I see your mouth.
Everybody hear me. When you alone.
Yeah, we all hearing the general.
Yeah,
Anthony, can you hear us?
Everybody hear me.
No,
when
I
you
can
alone,
hear you.
hear me. Yeah, no.
Okay, I think
anyway,
the general is calling your attention.
Okay.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say,
let me pause.
we're running out of
But
time.
general, can give me 30 seconds. Let me wrap up.
No, okay, 30 seconds. But after you, I want to go to Will because I don't want him to go because we're running out of time now.
Bad. I wasn't hearing the general.
I don't want to abuse the system. Yeah. So Jack, wrap up in 30 seconds and then let's go to.
I'm gonna exit and come back. Maybe that
in 30 seconds so we can get Will. Okay, Will coming.
Yeah, General, thank you very much. And Tuzon, thank you, man. Thank you very much for staying up this late and helping us to talk to our people. Thank you so much for what you do. Okay.
Okay.
And all those who are listening in Liberia, thank you so much for listening, and even those who have the privilege to be on the internet. I see some posting. I see some questions being asked, and I really honestly appreciate Sis Kanga or Brother Kanga or whoever he is that is on masquerading or to be whatever he is. I really like the questions you were asking because whenever we have people who come in to want to saying that they are volunteering to serve us as a public official, as our leader, we have to ask them the tough questions. So the questions you're asking, I like them. It's good questions.
That's he. Please, I beg you. Don't
You're asking about the cost of the tuition at the Cummings Foundation School. Well, when we did, for as far as I'm concerned, I have other people that I sponsor in Liberia. When we did the cost analysis and the benefit, it seems reasonable, given the kind of what they're putting into these students, the material, the equipment, the kind of innovation and the technology they are using to help our children. It seems reasonable because 90% of that goes towards the cost of running the school. But if you, for any reason, of anybody who think that it's too expensive for them, because it's true, some things can be expensive. Even $1 can be expensive for somebody who don't have a penny.
Yeah.
If you think it's expensive, there's a scholarship program there too. Apply for the scholarship program. If you think, even there's a work. If you're expensive, come on, talk to us. Talk to some of us here. We might help you with tuition. We might help you with those who don't need. Who need. It's not going to be free. If you want me to pay your tuition to go there, I can pay your tuition to go there, but I will want you to volunteer certain hour of your time to community service. If you can volunteer those hours and time to community service, I will be able to help to contribute towards advancing you as well. So yeah, your point you made is good. So if there anything, that's all way around it to work around it. That's what systems are built about. Okay. And secondly, I listened to Cummings as he articulated some of the things he wants to do in Liberia. Given the fact that I met him personally before a couple of years ago, and I sat down with him, I talked to him, he hasn't changed. He's been consistent about what he want to do. And we have tried a lot of other people in Liberia. We have tried our beloved soccer star. We have tried our long governmental experience grandfather. We have tried our international experience, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and things are still the same way it is. And yet we have an individual who's saying, I want to do things differently. I can do things differently. And this is my approach to doing things. I think we should rather just put our politics hat aside and put our tribalism hat aside, and even our emotion and feelings. Let's be able to question these people and ask them the tough question. So yeah, General, I think Cummings, what he's saying, I got a lot of questions for him. And someday I want him on this show so we can have a frank conversation. Too don't have the time to spend here, take away from his family. The hour of the time now is almost about what's the time that Tuzon?
7 minutes after 1.
7 minutes after 1 a.m. in Liberia, where there's no security, there is no adequate security, where there's no transportation. Tuzon is taking his time out to be in the studio. Let's come on here and have a conversation with the Liberian people. Because a lot of Liberian people listening. Let come in, makes himself available. Let him go to a town hall meeting. Let him ask Tuzon to bring him in the studio and get a little money to run the generator there and get Tuzon a little money to be put in your pocket. Let him say, Tuzon, have a frank conversation. You don't have to go on high profile show. A lot of people listening. You see our sister Kanga here. Kanga want to know more. Kanga is apprehensive about the lot of people been telling her or him the disinformation and misinformation. So he or she wants to know if Kami genuinely what he is. And I too want to agree, concur that Kami is genuine. You know why I want to concur Kami is genuine? Because this is a man who have not contributed to the downfall of Liberia. This is the man that have not bear. Ain't some of you going to school? My man, Tuzon, ain't you read about Teams for a Pie? China. This man had not bear hands in. This man had not bear hand in the death of Liberia. He had not stolen a penny from this country. He had not done nothing to hurt this country. He had not corrupted this country in any way. 90% of your politicians who are speaking right now, who are talking right now, they are speaking on the background, on the backbone, on the blood, on the sweat of Liberian people that want Mr. Monday to be what they are today. But this man is different. This man retired. He served other people, and he did well in what
man.
I'm coming. Come again?
No, now you come. Go ahead.
Yeah, he done what he can do in his own private life, and he coming home just like a son all of us here who came to America here, some all came on scholarship, some all escaped the war, some all here because of certain conditions. There will be a time that God will ask us to come back home. Whether will come back home and be a farmer, whether will come back home and be a janitor, whether will come back home and be a senator, whether will come back home to be a representative. That decision, that choice will be left for us. But when we come, it is your duty and responsibility to question us and to examine us and to scrutinize and put on the scrutiny necessary. But hopefully that will be done fairly. Because you can't be asking coming to build a bridge when Joe we are never built a soccer stadium. You can't be asking coming to build a factory that will provide job for 90% of Liberian people when Joseph Parker has never even have a own personal farm to feed people in your own village. You can't be asking coming to take his money and just share it around when the Liberian people wealth is being taken away by the people you're elected in public office. And just in conclusion, I was saddened. My heart was broken yet again because that's been the Liberian story. When I saw Samuel Tuwe sitting and boasting how he took 5 million of the Liberian money and gave it to the election commission, even though the election commission didn't ask for it. He took that money and gave it to them. For what purpose? I don't know. But from the way he sounded, it seems to be it's a some degree of bribery. Because if the election commission said I want $10 million, you say, oh, I give you $10 million, I give you extra $5 million. They don't need it. Why didn't you get that money to D2 High? Why would you get that money to Tubman High? Why did you get that money to the ambulance system in Liberia or the police department in Liberia for them to wear decent uniform or to have taser or even be able to have equipment to execute the national security of our country? But he boasting. Now he telling us that he got secret. He got secret that when he told us that Joseph Bagasa would be in trouble. So these are the people that I all coming together to defraud our country. And we got one man that represents. And the reason I support Cummings, because Cummings has articulated his vision for Liberia, just as I who articulate my vision for Liberia if I want to be run in any position in Liberia. That's the word I'm answering. This man represents all the good people in Liberia, even in Liberia, in the diaspora, in Africa, that wants to come back home and help our country. Let's give him a chance. Now is the time to give Cummings a chance. And now is the time to get Tiawan Gongolo a chance. Now is the time to get Moduba a chance. Now is the chance to get Sima a chance. Sorry for the noise. I'm a father of many children. But I want to thank you so much again, Liberian people. Susan, thank you very much for what you do. I hope you be safe. And I will talk with the general to see if we can provide more incentive for your security, okay? And because you make the sacrifice. Thank you. God bless you, man. I stand by and I reserve the rest of my time. General, thank you very much for what you do as well.
Okay, thank you very much. And we'll come into we are about to I can ask you if you're reading from script. What he got script in front of him. Well, you said you can't do when you're talking to you can shut it for so nobody can talk all you.
General, I tell pronto.
Man, we know it. Whatever you did, I Prince Kimo, my audio, I stopped hearing you.
Okay, no problem. I want you to do your closing because I can't keep the station on through all now because I know
I want to close by saying this. Liberian, the poverty index report is staggering. This administration have not done a better job creating jobs for our people. The president claimed that he created 70,000 jobs, 70,000 AI jobs. Let me put an emphasis on that because those jobs cannot be seen anywhere.
AI job.
We've been looking for those jobs and we can't find it. Which ministry? Where? We don't know. I mean, the current employment list of our current government is around 75,000. So if the government claims that they created 70,000 new jobs, that means they created more jobs than all of the government employees currently in Liberia. Think about it for a second. Look at that picture. That the Liberian government have created more jobs than the entire government. We don't know what those jobs are. Another thing, they claim that they are fed over 239,000 students across Liberia for the feeding program. Spoon sent her reporters there, and what happened? We saw on the video that a little tech kitchen that had been built for 20 years ago was the one they show as the feeding center. On the contract that was given to one individual, that contract says the feeding center was built with 60,000 United States dollars. When the kitchen doesn't even look like something that was built yesterday or months ago. So this administration have no plan of creating jobs, no new investor coming to the country, and the yellow machine will not going to hit the road until October, according to Bernie Simon Call today interview. It's not going to hit the road. The yellow machine not going to start working until October of this year. So that means in the next 5 months, they're not even creating jobs, right? They will try to recruit some people. So again, the poverty rate in the country is so high. As per the report that just put out, 2 out of 5 Liberians go to bed hungry every night. 2 out of 5 Liberians go to bed hungry. We are not happy about this. It's not something that make me, happy for me to say out of my mouth. But the reality is real. 50% of the population of Liberia cannot afford to buy 25 kg bag of rice. They buy rice in cups. They buy rice in cups. This is a reality of many Liberians, millions of them. You may have food today or this week. It's not guaranteed you're going to have it next week. You don't deserve this. You were born in the country. The government responsibility is your well-being. It is your well-being. And this is the reason why we are telling you, with the help of you and your family, electing Ellis Cummings will not make every Liberian rich, but will make every Liberian to be able to sustain his or her own family. Hear me again. Every Liberian will not be rich, but every Liberian will be able to sustain his or her own family. Because there will be job opportunities. There will be so many opportunities for Liberian. Not just, you don't have to be an ANC member. The fact that you're a Liberian, the Liberian nationality approach, nationalistic approach where Liberian first must have this job. Unless Liberian don't have the expertise, the training for that job, that's the only time a foreigner will have that job. That's the mentality of Mr. Cummings. Liberian first. We're not saying foreigner will not be in the country, but we are saying we have to prioritize our own citizens first. Give them the training, vocational training. The German style after World War II, Germany adopted a policy where vocational training became a hallmark. And so I want to close with this, that we want you to start talking to your brothers and sisters, your nephew in the community, that Cummings is a third option for Liberia. And it's very simple. He's not coming to steal. He's not coming to enrich himself. He's coming for you and I and your brother and sister children to have opportunity to go to good school, to have food to eat, and stop being a beggar. That's
all right.
The message.
Give me a closing.
You.
Give me a closing. You give your already. Don't go nowhere with. And Will, give me a closing, please. Just make it 1 minute.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
Make it 1 minute.
I listened to you, Anthony, and as you articulated Cummings' vision for Liberia. I want to to push it much more further. I want to ask. We understand that this is what Cummings will do. Okay, and when given the opportunity to serve, and I have no doubt that he will do these things because I've seen him done even much better when he was given tax and opportunity in the capacity he served. When I want to hire somebody for my company, I look at the person past job, I look at the resume, I look at the recommendation, I look at what they done in the past, how well they did it. Then I can say, okay, yeah, I trust this person. But my question right now, what is Cummings doing right now? What is he doing right now? What is the ANC? Let me take it from Cummings. Let me make it more or less on a holistic level. What is the ANC doing right now? What structure is the ANC putting into place? This man is a good franchise. For some of you who don't understand what franchise is that you got goose. You got a goose. It's good. It got value. You can sell it for more profit. But there's certain place you go, you sell it, it will not make benefit. For example, you can sell a shoe in Waterside, that shoe will sell for $7. But you take that shoe on Rana Street, you can sell that shoe for $50. Because the location sometimes determines it can give exponential value to a thing. That's the same thing with Cummings. Cummings is a good franchise. But what are you guys doing to get this man across to the Liberian people? Yeah, all the plenty promises, oh, he will do this. I have no doubt he will do it because he done it. He done it before. If you tell me now George Weah will be the best coach that will make Lunsa win the World Cup, you think I will argue with you? I will not argue with you because George Weah won the Ballon d'Or. There's evidence to show. That's the same thing with Cummings. Liberia need a good manager. Liberia need a good president, a good leadership. Cummings demonstrated that in his life, in his career. So I have no doubt that Cummings will do the same in Liberia, will be the same sort of leader in Liberia. But what are you guys doing now? It's the ANC party. Now, you're waiting for election dates for you to put a registration. You start going around campaigning. Do you have any system that you registering your member, you cataloging your member, you putting these members in the books that they can be able to know they carry your membership card? And you created some incentive program for them so they can start elevating their lives and putting their lives in and we're giving us a certain degree of hopefulness. Do you have that system set up? What is the numerical membership strength of the ANC right now in most of the country? I mean, I'm not talking about and we got a silent voter and this we got our silent voter and silent voter. I'm talking about no silent voter. I'm talking about card carrying members. Okay, I'm running for rep. I got goals. I will either run 2029 if God willing. If I don't run 2029, I'm young enough. Joseph Parker can run. Joseph Parker can run at 90 years old. I too will run at 80 years old. I can run in 2035. But here is what I'm doing right now.
Will.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah, it's what I'm doing right now in 30 seconds. Yeah, it's what I'm doing right now. I'm running in Magibi County. At least I got about people that I know. I got 500 people that I know that are documented in my book from different churches and friends and other family members that I know. That tomorrow, if I get on the ground, I can try to liaise with them and network with them. Is Cummings or ANC, do they have the same record to show force to show that can be able to sell the message to the Liberian people? And let's Cummings himself get on the ground, roll his sleep. He did it for Taylor Ure. Let him do it for himself. Let him go out and engage the people, talk with the people, and explain better to the people. No time for middlemen now. No time for them talking plenty. Oh, that Coca-Cola issue, you wear Coca-Cola, we understand. We'll do that here with that thing that we want to see something, okay? Thank you very much.
You led to church or you want to raise the song. Now what happened?
Thank you very much. We have come to the end. I want to say
but if the song is the closing song, then I can raise it.
Okay.
Because
please, guys.
Comments have been out there since the 2023 election.
I know you've been out there, but what the result are we seeing?
Can you? I'm speaking. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm not talking about mattress. This is not mattress politics I'm talking about. I'm talking about something beyond mattress. That's a narrow manner of thinking you got. This is a myopic way of you thinking. I'm talking about something more progressive, talking about mattress.
Okay, guys, and we have come to the end of this program, and I appreciate everyone. And for those of you making comments, it's up there. We read your comments. And for those of you who think you can insult in your comments, we read your comments. It's up to you. And you can say whatever you want to say. But, hey, it's nothing. And Kanga, have a good day. Thanks for expressing yourself. We'll be on here tomorrow again. And I hope you follow us. But sometimes don't use that word SHIT. You understand? It's not a word that you can just use anytime you want to. Stop insulting because it's an insult, whether you like it or not. But that is what we do. But guys, I just put you guys in the back because it don't look good for us to come on and start arguing with each other here, please. So let us just make it safer. And it was not a question. Everyone has the right to express himself and say whatsoever. So, as
what
usual,
time tomorrow, General?
Tomorrow I'll be here in the morning by 10 o'clock. It's 10:30.
Will be 4 o'clock time.
No, 10 o'clock. No, 5 o'clock in the morning will be 10 o'clock in Liberia.
Oh, okay.
It'll be about 10 o'clock in Liberia, yeah. So tomorrow and we'll be on again. So you guys have a good day. Thank you, Tuzon. Take it easy. You'll take it from there.
Thank you for the show.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, folks, you've just listened to the program, The Independent Minds for a Better Liberia. Do join us later on this morning at 10:30 a.m. on the same frequency 95.9 for another edition of the program, The Independent Minds for a Better Liberia.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. My name is Alexander Cummings, and I love the Independent Minds for a Better Liberia. And I encourage you to listen on Kia Radio 95.9 FM to be informed, to be challenged, to be provoked, to think about Liberia in a new and different way.